Okay, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a fat nap, not have an alarm, and whenever I wake up, I wake up. This could either go really well, or it could just be an absolute disaster and I wake up at like 7 p.m. But I like to live life on the edge sometimes. Good morning, everyone. If you guys are doing well, it's about 11 a.m. on Sunday. I've been working, again, been up since like 6, working on pushing out today's vlog, so I'll be coming out later today, and just a whole bunch of other content around that vlog. So hope you guys see, enjoy, comment, and share with others. Provide some feedback as well, that'd be much appreciated. Today, strictly focused on learning more about recurrent neural networks, learning how they work, learning how backpropagation works for recurrent neural networks, especially backpropagation through time. And hopefully before the end of the day, I do want to see if I can implement a working prototype in Excel. So that's the plan. We'll see whether or not it actually gets done. And I also need to squeeze in time for a fat nap today. I need to catch up on some sleep. It's 11 right now. So if I can get about 3 hours worth of work in, I'll just sleep the rest of the afternoon. Then I'll get up and edit the footage. That might work. We'll see. I just also want to say I posted my first Instagram reel today. Well, not my first. I posted one yesterday just to test it out and see what it's like. And I posted one today that I actually spent time working on. And I posted this about like an hour ago. It's just a quick blurb, or just a quick thing about whether or not I should make a game about AI playing Hangman. And it's outperformed all of my other posts. So I guess people want to see a Hangman AI game. Gonna have to add that to my list. My ever-growing list of projects. I don't know when I'm gonna get to it, but the people have spoken, so I will deliver. That's wild. 3,000 plays. You realize, like, before this, the max I've ever gotten was like 10, 20. It's insane. I also need to spend some time either this weekend. Well, this weekend's already over, so it's not possible this weekend. But I also do need to schedule in some time to get my LinkedIn page and my actual website up and running. My website's been down forever. That needs to be addressed. Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna happen today. I just don't have the bandwidth to do it. So, I've been really lazy about my social updates lately. I just realized, damn, why does this have so many typos? I just realized my Hangman post has like 2 typos right off the bat, right at the beginning of the post. I don't know how the hell that happened. Okay, actually, just need to check Twitter really quickly, and then we should be good to go. And I'll have to turn off my phone and work for about like 25 minutes uninterrupted. Otherwise, I'm not going to get anything done today. I'm spending way too much time on these social media right now. What is this? Oh, man. Okay. It's been about an hour and 45 minutes, or an hour and a half or so. I've read through a couple of articles, have a better understanding of recurrent neural networks. The backprop is still something I'm fuzzy on, but hopefully once I start implementing it, I should be able to get a better understanding. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a fat nap. Get a nap, not have an alarm, and whenever I wake up, I wake up. So this could either go really well, or it could just be an absolute disaster and I wake up at like 7 p.m. But I like to live life on the edge sometimes, so we'll see what happens. It is now just a little bit after 5 p.m. Oh, that was a really good nap. I napped for about maybe 2 hours, and then I just been messing around / making lunch for the past little bit. But I think I'm ready to at least start building this out in Excel. I don't really have too much time. Maybe I might spend about an hour or 2 on it. And then I have to edit this vlog and make sure everything goes up before tomorrow morning. So it'll definitely be a slow build. It'll definitely be a very slow build just because of time constraints. But let's at least start mapping it out and at least start experimenting with it in Excel and seeing what we can do. I think I understand most of the mechanics. It's still just the backpropagation through time portion of it. So the part where the neural network actually learns, that confuses me, because it's a little different from normal backprop. I'm a little torn whether I should just continue doing research, learning more, or whether I should just go ahead and build. Okay, that's enough time wasted. Before I actually go ahead and before I implement this in Excel, let me just try to see if I understand it and if I can explain what a recurrent neural network is. So I'm just taking a stab here. It's probably not going to be absolutely perfect, but here we go. So this is a cool website that I found that allows you to visualize what's going on under the hood within RNNs. An RNN is essentially a network whereby, no, it's not a good visualization. Okay, so an RNN is essentially just a neural network whereby, no, actually, that's not even a good image either. What the hell? Okay, so it may look complicated. Again, I'm still learning, so this explanation is going to be very rough, and it's probably going to be a lot of stuff I'm going to get wrong, but this is just how I see it and how I understand it. And I'm just talking it out loud just to see if I can explain it, and if I can, then that means that I somewhat understand it. So essentially, just the RNN, what it is you have your, just like any other neural network, you have your inputs and then you have your outputs. The difference is that the RNN, you can have multiple, okay, let me take a step back. So you have your inputs, you have your output. You have your weights that connect your input to your hidden layer. Restart that all over again. So in an RNN, you have your input, you have your hidden layer, and then you have your output. Your input, there are connection or weights between your input and your hidden layer, and then there are connection and weights between your hidden layer and then your output. What makes them different, what makes it interesting though, is that they can take in a sequence of input. So it's not just one standard fixed input size. They can take in multiple inputs over time, and especially over time is the most important factor here. And so what happens is the network over time, once at time step one, you feed it an input, it goes through the hidden layer, and then it spits out an output. But then in the second time step, you feed it an input, and now what it does is that it takes the not necessarily the raw output, but kind of just I'll just call it a version of the output from the previous time step, and then it combines it with the new data it's gotten, and then it produces a new output, therefore taking into account what it's seen historically and what it's done historically. And so that's essentially how it works for feed forward. When we talk about backprop is a little tough. So again, very, very rough explanation, but I'll just do my best here. Essentially what we're doing is we're taking a look at, because we have just one set of weights for the hidden layers, what we're taking a look at is updating said weights by taking a look at, okay, what was your output at time step, let's say T, and what influenced those outputs? No, I don't think I fully understand backprop yet. So let me take another stab. So backprop in an RNN, you start from the very end, just as you would for any kind of neural network. And so what you would do is you would always go, when do you go back in time? Do you start from the end or do you start from the beginning? Yeah, clearly I still have a lot to learn, so I don't think I'm going to get to the Excel portion of it today. And the deeper I dig into this, the more I realize I have no clue what the hell this is actually.
RNN. In this lesson, we will see backward propagation through RNN, and this is also called backpropagation through time, or in short, BPTP.
Okay, vlog, I have to end it there for today. Spent about 4 hours or so reading as much as I possibly can about RNNs. I'm still a little confused about. I thought I understood it, but then when I actually wanted to explain and go through the code that's provided on Analytics-Vidya, I just got a little confused because it seems as if they're starting their backward pass from the very beginning of the. So in their code, it seems as if they're starting their backward pass from here, whereas I would have expected to start from here and then go backwards, right? So that's why I'm quite confused with their code and how they've structured their code. And I'm just trying to better understand that and better understand how it actually should be. And unfortunately, my favorite resource, which is the CS231 lecture notes, they don't really talk too much, or they don't go through backprop in detail. But that's it for today. I'm expecting this to be a very short vlog today. I'm expecting maybe tomorrow and the next 2 days will be very short vlogs as well, as I kind of just go through and just learn a little bit more about RNNs, backprop, and how to implement them. The plan today was to get to Excel and model it in Excel. I still think I can, but there's a difference between doing it and just copying the code, or just copying codes that you found on the internet, versus doing it with an understanding of why you're doing it. So I want to understand why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. So I'm gonna let everything sink in for a little bit, do some more reading. A realistic timeline for modeling it in Excel maybe Wednesday, like halfway through the week. So it's gonna take a lot more time than I thought, which is hilarious because I think yesterday I said this should be quite easy, but that's how it is sometimes. Thank you guys for watching today. Things are going to be a little slow. There's not really going to be too much content in my vlog for the next few days as I learn more. It's not really too much content you can produce when you're learning and when you're reading material. I'll post the links to the sites that I've gone through, or the ones that I found most useful, in the description below in case anyone's interested, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.